Look what I'm using it for fun. My build ain't strong, but I came with your mum. Hey! Yeah, I'm dead. You guys might as well just put the RIP signs up now, because I ain't surviving this. Wait.
Vital signs critical.
Oh well. Hey. You! No!
System curtailed.
Hey, come on, man. We're all friends here, man. Come on, man. You ain't gotta do me like that, man. Come on. Hey, come on, man. I got stuck.
Why you bullying me?
Rogue agent killed. Rogue agent neutralized. Contaminated gear. Now detecting contaminated gear.
Gotcha, bitch!
My name's Jeff.
Disgusting creatures, get out of my sight.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Why are you coming apart?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, yo, welcome back to another Division 2 video. And today we're going to be getting into my AR crypt build. And as you can see, Felicia is back with the big boy guns. Free up, Felicia. Bow, bow, bow. 22 shots. You know how we do it. Come on, man. Show them what you got, man. She ain't going to show us what she's got because she ain't got nothing, you know, like that. But anyway, today, it's a bit different. And I just want to say before I get into this build, it's not going to be like a crazy build. This was just something I made randomly. It wasn't planned. You know, it wasn't like, yeah, I'm going to go make this crazy build. You know, Theo knows what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go make this crazy build and show it off and everyone's gonna copy and paste it. Nah, it's not one of them builds. It's playstyle. It's up to playstyle. If you can play with this build and, you know, move around with it the way I kind of did, then yeah, go ahead and use this build. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So as you can see, I'm using a survivalist specialization. When I use ARs, I'm most likely to use, you know, this specialization because of the C commander, which gives me that hill. So now you must be looking at this and being like, Division, what are you doing? Like, what in the world was you thinking making this build? And as you can see, my character is just confused, like, what's going on? What has he done to me? But, you know, let's just get straight into this. So as you can see, for the armor, we got 305k armor. For the health, we're on 51k health, and the skill power is just horrendous. And if I got checked by the skill power build, you know, people like, you know, Clint, all them guys there, they won't be happy with me at all. I mean, I'm sorry. I just have to be sorry and just carry on with the day. So as you can see, I'm running 2 True Patriot. I got 1 Giller, 1 Fenris, I got 1 Out Summit, and 1 Wyvern. Now we got 12 reds, we got 6 blues, and we got 1 yellow. So let's just get into the weapons I'm using, and I'm gonna explain this build very quickly. You know, I'm not gonna go too deep into it because it's not an amazing build. So for the first weapon, we got a Police M4, we've got 21k damage on it. You know, I like to get as much damage on this build because you'll see why in a sec. We got 935 RPM on here, we got 50 in the mag, and for the talents we're using Measured and Allegro. I always use Measured mostly for my ARs, I just like this talent. I've been using it for a while now, So yeah, I'm just going to be sticking with this. For my second gun, I'm running the AK. This has got 27.3k, and I think this is the highest I've ever got it so far. I know I can get it much higher, but for this build, this is the highest I probably can get it. The RPM is only 600. A lot of people don't like this gun because of the RPM, and you know, it just shoots very slow. And I'm not gonna lie to you, we've got 60 in the mag, but use up half of these bullets. I do have the rate of fire, which is decreased by 20%, and it is really slow, but the damage is increased by 30. A lot of people say, why do people use measured and this and that, but I just like to go with it. I feel right when I use it, and it works for me. One, I like to switch it up. I didn't want to use the chatterbox. I'm always using the chatterbox for this second gun, so yeah. And you'll see why I'm using 2 primary weapons. So let's get into the pistol here. The only reason we've equipped this one here is for the protected reload, which is while equipped, this weapon grants 10% bonus armor while reloading. So I'll be strafing and reloading, and yeah, I'll be getting 10% bonus armor. So yeah, let's just get straight into the gear pieces. So for the mask here, we got 11% crit chance and we got 23k health. I could switch the health for, you know, hazard protection or something like that, but again, this build was just made randomly. We got offensive muscle up for the assault rifle damage on there. For the chest piece, I've never ever made a build with this talent. I didn't think it would be useful to use this talent at any time. I would only use this for like a marksman rifle build or a sniper build, but I thought let me just put this on and see how it works. So for the attributes, we got 15% critical hit damage, and the second attribute we got 15% critical hit chance. So that's going well together. As you can see, for the main talent here, we got perfect vigilance, and that's gain plus 30% weapon damage. Taking damage disables buff for 4 seconds. So if I'm getting damaged, if I'm getting shot at, this talent is not going to be active. So this is why with this build I like to creep up on people, you know, when they're not shooting me, and that's when I'm going to have that proc of damage. And when they are shooting me, I'm going to weave about for a little bit, you know, get away so I can get the buff again for just a couple of seconds. And I mean, it does help a little bit, but you're going to see why I chose this talent, just to go along with what I'm using. So yeah, on there we got a defensive muscle on there for the armor, and the main offensive muscle, which is for the assault rifle damage. For the holster, we're running a Wyvern holster, which gives us that 7% critical hit damage onto the build as well. For the attributes, we got 14.5% crit chance, which is a big roll. I've got a bigger one, which is like 16%, but yeah, I've already hit the max, so I thought what's the point in increasing it even more. For the talents here, we got bloodlust, which is weapon swapping, grants 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. This buff is lost for 5 seconds if you weapon swap while it is active. So this is why I'm using 2 primary weapons. So I'll be shooting with my Police M4, and I switch to the AK, which has got the 27k damage on it. It gets an increase of 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds. So I could go with this, or the second way that I could run it as well is by using this holster here, which gives me big 15% of critical hit damage onto the build. So you'll see how much I have, and you'll see how much it will be increased by after, and I'll explain what else I can use onto this build as well. For the knee pad, we got a True Patriot knee pad. For the attributes, we got 5.5% critical hit chance. I can increase that, but again, I've already hit the max, so there's no point. Offensive muscle here for the assault rifle damage, and a defensive muscle for the armor. For the glove, we got a Fenris glove, which gives us that 10% assault rifle damage. We got 11% assault rifle damage on there. And for the main talents here, we got unique talent, which is surgical, which is plus 10% critical hit chance, and that's what's hitting me to the max. For the bag, this bag is pretty bad. Yep, boo me all you want, boo, yeah, get out of here, man. Anyway, for the attributes, we got 4% total armor, 8.5% weapon damage, and 10k armor. Now I could have that, say 22k armor with that 4% total armor. That would probably be just a little bit better, but which is making us that 300k armor is the unique talent here, which is hardened, plus 15% armor. And for the main talent, we got efficient. Now I haven't used efficient for a while. You just put that in mind. The last time I used efficient was like TU4. Using the armor kit has a 50% chance not to consume the armor kit. So I could be popping armor kits, and yeah, it's not going to consume. I'm not going to run out of armor kits. So we got offensive muscle up there again for the assault rifle damage, and defensive for the armor. So as you can see, this build is mainly just a normal crit build that I'm going for. I'm going for full damage. I've got 12 reds, and I'm just going for crit and damage. That's the main thing I'm going for across this build. For the 2 skills, I'm running a Restorer Hive and a Seeker Mind Mender, which is going to heal me as well. I can't have a lot of, you know, skill mods in there, as I said before, because the skill power is low. So yeah, we're not going to go through the skill mods. So we're going to go into things that if someone else was to make this build, if they wanted to make it in a different way. So the other way you can make it is by equipping a glove which has this talent here. Depleting an enemy's armor grants 30% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. So I could be shooting at someone and, you know, whilst I'm shooting at them, I'm gonna get this increase of 30% critical hit damage. And if I have that on, then I would have this holster here, like I explained earlier, which will be this talent, the unique talent, plus 15% critical hit damage to work towards that as well. On top of that, if I was running that build, I would use a different talent on the gun, which is called Killer, and I've got it on my pistol here. Obviously I'm not going to use it. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants plus 50% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. So, you know, this is going to be stacking critical hit damage. So we're going to have over 100% critical hit damage across the build whilst all these talents are proccing. So that's how most people would run this build, you know, but I already made this build about 2 months ago and it wasn't very good, but I just found it just hit hard and I was like, whoa, I gotta upload this. But I didn't want to make the same thing and update it. I just wanted to change a couple things, you know, just go mainly for crit chance and yeah, just see how it comes out. So let's go to the stats. As you can see here, we got 21k weapon damage. We got 60% crit chance and we got 47% critical hit damage. So again, you guys might say, oh, critical hit damage is a bit low. And if I don't want to run bloodlust, or if some of you guys don't like bloodlust, if you think it's pointless, then I would equip this one here and I can go to the stats, and as you can see I'm now at 62% critical hit damage. So this is 2 ways that I can run it, and yeah, the only reason it's gone down to 20k weapon damage is because I haven't equipped the offensive muscle onto here. But yeah, I'll be at the same damage and I'll have more critical hit damage. But I just think I like to run with bloodlust, swap my weapon, get the extra, you know, damage just here and there, and yeah, just continuously swapping. This build is not going towards hazard protection. It hasn't got a lot of survivability. So as you can see, we got 0% hazard protection. So if someone brings out a bleed hive or, you know, fire or this and that, I gotta get out of there quick. Trust me, I gotta do a mad thing, run away fast so they can't catch me. If they catch me, it's gonna be a madness. I'm gonna be on the floor, and then you know what they're gonna start doing? They're gonna start clapping. That's what they're gonna be doing. But anyway, as you can see, the armor is very low. So having an armor build that's very low, and on top of that, if you're getting shot down, that your chest talent is not going to be proccing all the time. That's the only thing with this build. It hasn't got a lot of survivability. So you got to play smart with this build. So let me just say it one more time. This build is not for going out there and, you know, just thinking you can just shred anyone and face tank. This build is not a face tank build. You got to know how to play with this build. And that's why I like it, because it's challenging and it's not something that everyone can just run straight away. Also on my weapon, I make sure I put crit chance on the laser point here just to make sure we get the max crit chance, because if I didn't, then I wouldn't have that. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Once we hit 5k subs, I'm going to be doing a massive giveaway for you guys. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and you keep watching my videos, listen, yeah, me and Felicia are asking you nicely, okay? Subscribe. Yes. Just subscribe to the channel if you're new. Trust me. Join the addicts. I'm going to be doing a mad giveaway at 5k subs. Let's get this video to at least 70+ likes. I know you guys always do that for me, and I really do appreciate the likes we've been getting throughout the week and just throughout the month, and I'm just happy that we got to 4k successfully. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. Bye bye.